If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The Cleveland Browns locker room has reportedly been shaken to its core in the past few days, and the center of this whirlwind is none other than head coach Kevin Stefanski, whose temper and frustration seem to have reached a boiling point. According to multiple inside sources, Stefanski, long known for his calm demeanor and methodical approach, has unexpectedly snapped over the role of Joe Flacco in the team's current roster plans. Sources claim that Stefanski has expressed a very clear, almost uncharacteristic ultimatum. He wants Flacco out of Cleveland immediately. The news has sent shockwaves through the organization, raising questions about the team's quarterback strategy, the locker room dynamics, and the decision-making process at the front office level. Analysts are already speculating that this dramatic move could signal a major shift in the Browns' offensive philosophy, one that prioritizes younger, more dynamic talent over veterans who may no longer fit into the long-term vision. The timing of this outburst is particularly intriguing, coinciding with rumors of potential trades and the league's upcoming draft, suggesting that Stefanski is not willing to wait for incremental changes, but is instead demanding immediate action, throwing the franchise into a state of high alert and fans into a frenzy of anticipation and speculation about what comes next. Insiders reveal that the tension between Stefanski and Flacco has been simmering for months, but few anticipated such a direct and public confrontation. Sources indicate that Stefanski has voiced his dissatisfaction repeatedly in private meetings, emphasizing that the team's offensive development is being hampered by indecision at the quarterback position. The mood within the Browns facilities is reportedly tense, with players and staff walking a fine line between supporting their veteran quarterback and aligning with Stefanski's increasingly vocal demands. Some teammates are said to be caught in the middle, trying to maintain professional decorum while rumors swirl of locker room divisions and strategic disagreements that could have significant repercussions on the team's chemistry and performance. Analysts and insiders alike are debating whether Stefanski's ultimatum is purely a strategic move, an emotional reaction, or a calculated maneuver to prompt Flacco to seek opportunities elsewhere, highlighting the complex interplay between personal relationships, professional ambitions, and the high-stakes nature of NFL management. The unfolding situation is turning heads across the league, with rival teams reportedly monitoring the situation closely, considering whether this sudden availability of a veteran quarterback might present trade opportunities, and fans everywhere are glued to every word, every hint of action, as the Browns enter what could be one of the most pivotal weeks in recent franchise history, filled with tension, speculation, and unrelenting media scrutiny. Sources close to the Browns organization suggest that Stefanski's frustration is rooted not only in the on-field performance, but also in off-field decisions that he believes have compromised the team's ability to move forward. Multiple insiders indicate that Stefanski perceives Flacco's presence as an obstacle to developing younger quarterbacks, particularly given the team's recent investment in draft picks and scouting resources aimed at building a more dynamic and modern offensive scheme. The coach's alleged outburst, described by insiders as unusually intense, reflects a sense of urgency and perhaps a deeper dissatisfaction with the organizational trajectory. Rumors are swirling that the Browns management is under immense pressure to reconcile Stefanski's demands with the contractual realities and public image concerns surrounding Flacco, who remains a respected figure in the league. Fans are reportedly divided, with some supporting Stefanski's decisive stance as a bold move toward a brighter future, while others express concern about the potential fallout of such a dramatic public confrontation, wondering whether internal discord could spill over into on-field performance and affect the team's playoff prospects. The story is evolving rapidly, with sources promising further developments in the coming days, leaving everyone associated with the Browns, from executives to players to fans, on edge and bracing for what could be a major shakeup in the franchise's quarterback situation. According to rumors circulating among insiders, Stefanski has been working closely with key members of the Browns front office, advocating for a swift resolution to the quarterback dilemma, with Flacco's departure seen as the necessary first step. The internal discussions are said to be highly charged, with debates about timing, trade options, and potential replacements dominating conversations. Some insiders suggest that Stefanski's insistence on moving Flacco is also influenced by the need to send a strong message to the locker room, emphasizing accountability, commitment, and alignment with his coaching philosophy. The coach's dramatic approach has reportedly sparked discussions about leadership style, communication strategies, and the delicate balance between authority and collaboration within professional sports organizations. Analysts are speculating that this bold move could set a precedent, influencing how other teams approach veteran quarterbacks, trades, and internal conflicts, while also igniting passionate discussions among fans, sports commentators, and media outlets. With the Browns fan base already highly engaged, the rumor of Stefanski's demand is fueling endless debates on social media, podcasts, and sports networks, as everyone attempts to interpret the underlying motives, potential outcomes, and the broader impact on the team's future. Meanwhile, industry insiders hint that this saga is far from over, suggesting that the coming weeks may reveal even more shocking developments, keeping Cleveland and the NFL community in suspense, wondering how the situation will ultimately unfold and whether Stefanski's gamble will pay off or backfire dramatically. Inside sources claim that the atmosphere in the Browns facility has been tense since the initial discussions about Flacco's status emerged, with reports of closed-door meetings, heated exchanges, and strategic planning sessions taking place almost daily. According to rumors, Stefanski is pushing for a resolution that would not only remove Flacco, but also clear the path for a younger quarterback to take the reins immediately, reflecting a sense of urgency that goes beyond typical roster adjustments. The purported intensity of Stefanski's stance has reportedly prompted executives to review every potential scenario, from trades to waivers to internal promotion, in order to respond effectively to the coach's demands while managing financial and contractual considerations. Analysts are already dissecting every detail, evaluating how this tension could influence the Browns' season trajectory, game strategies, and long-term development plans. Fans are following the saga with rapt attention, speculating on social media about possible trade destinations, potential replacements, and the implications for the broader NFL landscape. The rumor has sparked debates about leadership, player management, and the fine line between decisiveness and impulsiveness in high-pressure sports environments. Meanwhile, insider chatter suggests that the unfolding drama could have ripple effects across the team, potentially affecting morale, recruitment, and even coaching dynamics, making this one of the most closely watched situations in recent NFL history, with anticipation building for the next move in a story that seems to grow more intense by the day. While official statements from the Browns remain tightly controlled, the rumor mill continues to churn with interpretations of Stefanski's actions, motives, and potential outcomes. According to multiple sources, the coach's dramatic push to remove Flacco is seen by some as a calculated move to assert authority, while others view it as a moment of frustration that could have significant organizational consequences. Analysts point out that the handling of veteran players, particularly quarterbacks, is a delicate issue in professional sports, balancing respect for experience with the need to maintain competitive momentum and strategic vision. The ongoing speculation has created a charged environment in which every press interaction, every sideline comment, and every front office decision is scrutinized for hints of alignment or conflict with Stefanski's position. Fans are dissecting past games, player statistics, and insider reports in an attempt to predict the outcome, while media outlets compete to provide analysis, commentary, and breaking updates. The rumor's persistence underscores the challenge of separating confirmed facts from speculation, highlighting how quickly tensions can escalate in a high-stakes professional sports context. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that both Stefanski and Flacco are aware of the public scrutiny, adding an additional layer of complexity to decision-making, as every move is weighed not only for its on-field impact, but also for its effect on reputation, team cohesion, and future contract negotiations, keeping Cleveland fans on the edge of their seats. Speculation is growing that Stefanski's unprecedented stance may trigger broader consequences beyond just the quarterback situation, potentially influencing team culture, front office dynamics, and the Browns' approach to talent development in the coming seasons. According to insiders, discussions are ongoing about whether Flacco's exit could accelerate opportunities for emerging players, alter coaching strategies, and set a precedent for handling veteran personnel, who may not align with the team's future vision. Analysts are highlighting the tension between short-term performance objectives and long-term strategic planning, noting that Stefanski's insistence on immediate action reflects a high-pressure approach that may redefine how the Browns are perceived both internally and externally. The rumor has ignited passionate conversations among fans, commentators, and sports analysts, who are weighing the potential benefits and risks of such a dramatic intervention, speculating about trade destinations, replacement options, and the broader impact on the team's identity. Industry insiders hint that every meeting, phone call, and decision in the coming days will be influenced by this standoff, creating a ripple effect throughout the franchise and potentially shaping Cleveland's trajectory for years. Meanwhile, the tension between public perception, media speculation, and internal strategy continues to build, setting the stage for what could become one of the most talked-about controversies in recent NFL history, keeping fans, analysts, and players in a state of heightened anticipation as the saga unfolds. The rumored tension between Kevin Stefanski and Joe Flacco is also said to be affecting the morale of other players, with some reportedly caught between loyalty to a veteran teammate and alignment with the coach's vision. Sources indicate that practice sessions, team meetings, and even informal interactions have been subtly influenced by the underlying conflict, with players navigating a delicate balance of support, professionalism, and strategic positioning. Analysts note that the psychological impact of such internal drama can be significant, affecting focus, cohesion, and performance on game days, particularly in a high-pressure league like the NFL. Social media speculation adds another layer of complexity as players and fans alike react to every hint, rumor, or report, intensifying scrutiny on the team's dynamics and decision-making processes. Insider chatter suggests that Stefanski is aware of these implications, and his push to remove Flacco may also be intended to assert clarity and direction, signaling to the entire roster that alignment with the coaching philosophy is non-negotiable. The situation has sparked intense debate among commentators, fans, and analysts about leadership, communication, and the ethics of public pressure in professional sports, with every new report fueling the narrative that Cleveland is in the midst of a potentially transformative moment, one that could redefine the Browns' approach to roster management, player relations, and competitive strategy, leaving everyone involved bracing for what may be a dramatic turning point in the franchise's history. Rumors suggest that Kevin Stefanski's dramatic demand for Joe Flacco's departure has triggered an urgent reassessment of the Browns' offensive strategy, with insiders indicating that the team is exploring multiple contingencies, including potential trades, promotions of younger quarterbacks, and even shifts in coaching responsibilities. Sources claim that Stefanski is deeply involved in every discussion, insisting on solutions that align with his vision for a more agile, modernized offense. Analysts speculate that this level of direct intervention is rare, especially from a head coach who has traditionally been known for methodical and measured approaches, but Stefanski's sudden intensity appears to reflect a belief that decisive action is required to preserve the team's competitive prospects. Fans are reportedly divided, with some applauding Stefanski's assertiveness as a bold move to protect the team's future, while others worry about the potential fallout of publicly demanding a veteran's exit, including locker room tension and media backlash. Social media platforms are flooded with speculation about Flacco's potential destinations, ranging from other NFL teams to possible retirement scenarios, with every insider tip fueling debates and fan theories. The rumor has created an atmosphere of suspense and urgency within the franchise, prompting executives, players, and staff to navigate a delicate balance of strategic planning, emotional management, and public perception, leaving the Browns in a heightened state of anticipation and uncertainty. Insiders further reveal that Flacco himself is reportedly aware of Stefanski's demands, and while maintaining professionalism, is said to be exploring options quietly, considering both trade opportunities and potential free agency moves. Sources suggest that Flacco's representatives are actively communicating with multiple teams, assessing interest, and preparing for negotiations, while ensuring that their client maintains dignity and leverage during what is being described as an unexpectedly public and tense episode. Analysts point out that Flacco's veteran status and prior playoff experience make him a valuable asset, even amid rumors of dissatisfaction, which has led to speculation that the Browns may face challenges in facilitating a clean and mutually beneficial exit. The unfolding scenario has caught the attention of sports commentators nationwide, with debates about leadership style, conflict resolution, and strategic decision-making dominating broadcasts and online forums. Fans are dissecting past games, analyzing Flacco's performance trends, and comparing him to potential replacement quarterbacks, fueling a mixture of anxiety, excitement, and curiosity. The rumor mill suggests that the coming days will be critical as the Browns navigate the complex interplay between coaching authority, player autonomy, and organizational strategy, making this situation one of the most closely watched and speculated upon controversies in recent NFL history. According to insiders, the ripple effects of Stefanski's stance extend beyond the quarterback room, influencing how assistant coaches, coordinators, and support staff approach their responsibilities, as well as how players engage with training routines, game planning, and team meetings. Rumors indicate that Stefanski's insistence on removing Flacco is partly aimed at signaling accountability and alignment across the entire roster, creating a precedent for responsiveness to coaching directives while reinforcing the urgency of long-term strategic objectives. Analysts argue that such high-pressure scenarios can either galvanize a team or create fractures, depending on how management and leadership communicate intentions, navigate personalities, and maintain cohesion. Social media analysis reveals that fans are intensely invested, often speculating not only on Flacco's fate, but also on the Browns' next moves, coaching strategies, and the implications for the franchise's competitive prospects in the upcoming season. Insider chatter highlights the delicate balance the Browns must maintain between decisiveness and diplomacy, as every step could have consequences for morale, public perception, and operational efficiency. The narrative is evolving almost hourly as insiders, analysts, and journalists dissect each rumor, creating a dynamic environment of anticipation, uncertainty, and speculation, with the potential for dramatic twists in a situation that appears far from resolution, and fans remain glued to every update, tweet, and report regarding the Browns' quarterback saga. Sources close to the Browns suggest that discussions about Flacco's potential exit are intertwined with broader evaluations of team culture, leadership priorities, and strategic planning, with Stefanski pushing for an immediate and decisive outcome. Rumors indicate that executives are weighing multiple factors, from contractual obligations and salary cap implications to potential trade partners and draft strategies, all while managing the optics of the situation in the public eye. Analysts emphasize that such multi-layered considerations are critical in understanding why Stefanski's apparent frustration has escalated to the point of public attention, as the balance between professional courtesy, competitive advantage, and internal authority becomes increasingly complex. Fans are reportedly analyzing every nuance, from prior interviews to on-field performance, in an effort to predict possible outcomes, while commentators offer a range of theories about the motivations, consequences, and hidden dynamics behind Stefanski's actions. The rumor landscape paints a picture of a high-stakes negotiation, with both Stefanski and Flacco navigating the pressures of leadership, reputation, and career trajectory, while the Browns organization attempts to orchestrate a resolution that satisfies multiple priorities. Industry insiders hint that the coming week could be pivotal, with developments likely to influence not only the immediate season, but also long-term planning, roster construction, and the broader perception of Cleveland as a team that handles internal conflict decisively or, conversely, struggles under pressure. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. According to reports circulating among insiders, Stefanski's push for Flacco's departure has sparked conversations among veteran and younger players alike, as they assess their own positions within the team and evaluate alignment with the coach's expectations. Sources suggest that while some players are supportive of Stefanski's decisive approach, others are cautious, aware of the potential implications of aligning too closely with one side or the other. Analysts highlight that such internal dynamics can be pivotal in determining team cohesion, performance under pressure, and the overall trajectory of a season, particularly when leadership decisions are highly visible and contentious. Social media chatter indicates that fans are divided, some lauding the coach's courage in taking a stand, while others worry about the psychological impact on players and the possibility of destabilizing a roster midseason. Rumors suggest that Stefanski is intentionally signaling a strong message to the entire organization, emphasizing that accountability, alignment, and commitment to the coaching vision are non-negotiable. Insider speculation indicates that every meeting, strategy session, and communication is being filtered through this lens, creating a complex, high-pressure environment where decisions are scrutinized, relationships are tested, and the Browns' leadership structure is being evaluated in real time. The saga continues to unfold, with each rumor adding layers of tension, anticipation, and intrigue, making it one of the most compelling narratives in contemporary NFL discourse. Industry insiders hint that Stefanski's demand may lead to unexpected shifts in trade negotiations, as other teams monitor the situation closely for opportunities to acquire a seasoned quarterback like Flacco. Rumors suggest that multiple franchises are evaluating their quarterback rosters, potential cap space, and strategic needs in anticipation of a move, highlighting how one team's internal drama can ripple across the league. Analysts argue that this creates an intense, fast-moving rumor cycle where every leak, hint, or speculative report can influence negotiations, media coverage, and fan perception simultaneously. Social media feeds are awash with conjecture, from detailed analyses of potential trade destinations to debates about the merits of keeping versus moving Flacco, fueling engagement, excitement, and controversy. Sources emphasize that Stefanski's approach, while dramatic, could yield strategic advantages if executed decisively, but it also carries risks, including public criticism, locker room tension, and potential misalignment with the front office. The narrative paints a picture of a franchise at a crossroads, balancing short-term competitive ambitions with long-term strategic planning. While the NFL community watches intently to see whether Stefanski's bold move results in a clean transition, an unexpected twist, or prolonged controversy that could dominate headlines for weeks to come. Rumors indicate that internal communication within the Browns has intensified, with Stefanski reportedly holding frequent meetings to reinforce his vision and align staff and players around the anticipated changes. Sources suggest that this heightened activity is creating a mix of anticipation, stress, and speculation within the team, as individuals weigh loyalty, career considerations, and professional responsibilities against the backdrop of a high-profile controversy. Analysts point out that leadership in such scenarios is particularly challenging, requiring a balance between decisiveness, empathy, and strategic foresight, with every action scrutinized by insiders, media, and fans alike. Social media discussions reflect widespread engagement, with supporters of Stefanski praising his clarity of vision and critics questioning the impact of public pressure on team morale. Rumors also hint at behind-the-scenes negotiations involving Flacco's representatives, potential trade partners, and Browns executives, all navigating a complex interplay of professional interests, strategic planning, and public optics. The situation has evolved into a multi-layered narrative, combining sports strategy, leadership dynamics, player relations, and fan engagement, with each new development adding to the suspense, speculation, and intensity surrounding the Browns' quarterback saga, keeping the entire NFL community on edge. Finally, sources close to the team suggest that the next few days could prove decisive, with rumors indicating that Stefanski's demand for Flacco's departure may either catalyze a swift resolution or prolong uncertainty, depending on negotiations, trade possibilities, and internal alignment. Analysts speculate that the outcome could redefine the Browns' season, influence roster construction, and impact public perception of leadership effectiveness, making this situation a high-stakes narrative with far-reaching consequences. Fans remain deeply engaged, dissecting every report, considering every hypothetical scenario, and debating the implications for team chemistry, playoff prospects, and league dynamics. Rumors suggest that while Flacco's exit is not officially confirmed, the momentum behind Stefanski's push is significant, creating an atmosphere of anticipation, tension, and intrigue. Insider chatter emphasizes that the intersection of personal relationships, professional goals, and organizational strategy is at the heart of this unfolding drama, with each actor navigating pressures, expectations, and potential outcomes. The Browns quarterback saga continues to dominate conversations, blending rumor, speculation, and strategic considerations, leaving fans, analysts, and league observers eagerly awaiting the next development in what is shaping up to be one of the most compelling stories in recent NFL history, a narrative defined by tension, ambition, and the pursuit of decisive action. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!